actually grew up in Irvine, down the road a little bit. I moved here when I was 9, and I only lived there like for 3-4 years, and then moved to Toronto after that. I did my undergrad at the University of Toronto, and then came back here to do my master's at USC, and then went to Michigan and studied playing here. So I've been back a couple of times, just doing some teaching and playing, and it's always nice to come back here because it feels kind of part of like coming back home. And I just started teaching at Indiana University in Bloomington, and before that, I was teaching at Louisiana State in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and South Carolina, and North Dakota. That was my first job. That was really cool. Yeah, so I think I had opportunities to travel a lot through what I do, and I'm really grateful that I got to learn about life and wonderful human beings through music. And I'm really excited to hear you guys play. And, do you guys already have an order? Who's playing when? Yeah. Okay, good. Let's go get started. You going first? Tell us
Hello. Today I'm going to play, my name is Ryan. I'm going to play the Prelude by Christoph and Thank you.
I think you have such a beautiful way of producing tone, and it's very healthy, and it's fantastic, I love it. So with pieces like this, I wanted to ask you and also your friends, how do we keep the rest as part of the music? Especially if there's no accompaniment going on, how do we, because I hear and I saw you count, but sometimes I kind of lost the momentum a little bit because I feel like you were just kind of taking it more in a literal sense. So are there any things that you guys think about in terms of, first, do you think rests are part of music? Or just rest are orange?
I think, yeah, to your point about counting, maybe just thinking of the counting or the amount of beats.
Yeah.
The rest is more of kind of a vague representation of how long to take.
Yeah, and especially when it's a kind of not metered, right? So it's hard to feel a sense of a pulse anyways. But I think if you can still count the rest as part of the phrasing, I think it would be helpful because I think there's a reason why you want all these rests between the first and your second note, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like bong, bong. Like you want these kind of suspense to wait. So for now, can we try once, or are you thinking more in quarter note pulse?
I'm kind of counting the eighth note.
Eighth note, okay, so can you do me a favor and can you play again, but can you stomp gently, or you can just do that throughout the rest so that we can keep the momentum going. It doesn't have to be a big gesture, but I want you to kind of keep the momentum going through the phrasing, okay? Good. And so even in the way you release your note and your body language too, right? You just go bum, bum, as opposed to bum, bum. Like you don't need to be tense, but when there's visual involved, I think it also plays a role in the audience being able to understand the music better. Very nice, I like that a lot. So do you recognize a pattern so far? Is there any kind of, how do we make sense of this?
I guess in the first line, after each rest, it seems to add more notes.
Yeah, I like that, right? So like we have this repetitive motive form. Tia, tia, right? So can you show that? I mean, not so much like visually. Yeah. Yeah, so he kind of repeats some of these words. This comes back here, right? And then here, this is from here. And then also this is here. Right? So, and you're not doing this every time, but when we see rest, doesn't necessarily mean that we have to breathe, right? So have you planned out where you're going to breathe, or?
Not deliberately in this
Yeah.
section, I don't think I'll.
Yeah, but it might be kind of useful, like just looking at it holistically from what you want to convey phrase wise. So from the very beginning, are you going all the way here, or where is your destination?
In the beginning,
Yeah.
right here, I'd say is my
Okay.
destination. That's the first phrase. Down here is
Yeah.
the second phrase.
Good, very nice. All right, so let's try one more time. I want to hear, this momentum is kind of built up. And it gets also faster, right? It's like right now, it's not one in a way, because we start with quarter note, eighth notes, and then 16th notes, and then it gets berserk. It's okay. That makes so much more sense, and you're like a storyteller. I would more intense to pay attention to what you have to say. Okay, good. Let's skip over to our favorite section of all times. I think you know where I'm gonna ask you again.
This line or okay.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Woo, that's high. So someone really wise, or maybe you wrote it in, put practice. That's awesome. Okay, so how would you guys practice a passage like that? Yeah?
I think it'd be beneficial to like break down the specific interval that you have troubles with
Yeah.
and go between them.
Yeah.
And just like with air, starting with only air.
Yeah, so kind of approaching it more lyrically, making sure that
And then
there's
going, like, starting with one interval and then going past that interval before the interval and like expanding on that, chaining both in both directions.
great. So I want to hear at least one idea from everyone, okay? So yes.
If it's the same pattern over and over again, you can like hold one note and like in each group, so ba da 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 da. And also, since there's bottom notes that are kind of hard to get to in the voicings, you can play like da 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 da.
Yeah, emphasizing.
Yeah.
That's great.
I would try to break it up into sections and not only like with the intervals, but try to hit the intervals with like the different articulations that there are. If that makes sense.
Yeah. And how does that help you retain it better when you articulate versus when you slur?
Because I feel like when you slur, like sometimes you can like get away with like not doing it properly, but when you articulate, it
You have
involves,
to be
like,
more intense.
yeah, more.
To practice it, I would just take it painstakingly slow. That helps me all the time when there's passages like that.
Yeah. That's good.
I would alternate between doing it articulated and slurred, so slurred can help you get the air support to get it out, and then articulation, so like lining up with your tone.
Awesome.
Yeah, kind of like what Lorraine said. I think I would take it at a slower tempo and like work on the intervals that I would have trouble with. Also, too, I have like trouble with my high notes, so I would work on making my way up to those high notes with like a tuner to kind of perfect like that embouchure remembrance.
For me, like when I have hard passages like that, I would focus a lot on like making sure I can do everything like aspect like independently really well. So I'll like take the clarinet on my mouth and I'll just hit the fingers while blowing, almost like Holman style. And then I'll put it in and just blow the intervals slurred and make sure that everything can work independently before I put it all together.
I like that too, yeah. What a great idea. So you must study with an awesome teacher.
Yeah. One thing I could do is play the pitches in order of different rhythms. So like 16ths, triplets,
Okay.
quintuplets.
We're gonna skip through the
I'll say in terms of working on the specific intervals, a lot of like practicing going up to them, but practice going from the high note down. That really helps me being able to do it both ways. It really helps me solidify it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would consider omitting some of the notes in the groupings while practicing them. So like, so maybe just like the high notes, and then maybe like just like one or two at a time, just to focus and be more deliberate.
Smaller songs.
With small.
Yeah, I would put the, especially if it's like the repeated rhythm over and over again, I would put the emphasis on one of the notes. So ba ba da da da, or and then you switch it to like the second one, so ba da da, like that.
I'm trying to think of something that has.
Save the best for last. No pressure.
But I was thinking what you were saying, but wait, I don't know what to say now. I guess with a passage like that, I try and practice it without one thing I think would be very focusing is just like getting the air to be consistent throughout, because it's like a very long thing, and like if you want to make it to the end, like you need to be like supported. So I'd like try and get the whole thing, like making sure I can at least like finger it and blow into the mouthpiece without a reed, but keeping enough air to like last through it, and then I like put reed back on and like go just like slowly and try the different things that everybody said.
No, it's great. No. So I mean, I think you kind of made a point where there are at least 12 different ways to approach it, and I'm sure you also have many other ideas as it said. So I think depending on what your priority is, it could be a same given passage, but we can approach it in multiple ways, and especially if you have a clear idea of what you're trying to accomplish. Is it speed? Is it more finger thing? Is it the connection between air and tongue? Is it getting beautiful legato between, awkward beeps? And so again, I think it's good to practice it, but having a clear idea of how you practice and why you're practicing in that way. So what is challenging for you? I have my sort of opinions about it, but why, I mean, it looks gnarly, first of all. When you look at it, those like moments you're like, oh, it's coming up, it's coming up. Don't freak out, don't mess up.
Yeah.
But like, what is hard for you for that particular passage?
I think the fingers, obviously the fingering is like really weird and awkward. All these accidentals is a consequence of it not really having a tonal center.
Yeah.
It's not really,
It's not a major arpeggio.
each one, can be idiomatic on its own, but like combining all of it, going up chromatically is just...
So I have a question for you. When you warm up, do you take passages that you're kind of quote unquote obsessing over? Like, do you ever input that as part of your warm up?
Sometimes, yeah.
Just so that you get to play like every kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it could be in a slower tempo, but so I would do something like a little passage. As I was watching your fingers, I could tell that it's not fully ingrained kinesthetically.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, how did you initially start to practice? Because the very beginning phase of practice is really important. A lot of times we are kind of bombarded with, I have to play on this date, it's coming up in 2 weeks, I have to play at this tempo, and so sometimes we kind of start a little bit too fast, or at a tempo that is a little bit that we're not fully in control of, and then unfortunately our body remembers that, right? So I felt like I'm not questioning whether you practice, but I'm wondering about how you initially began to practice.
Yeah, I guess just try to attack like at a super slow tempo, not really attacking anything in particular, just trying to get the entire passage down.
Have you ever done stop timing, or have you ever done like fingering ahead? So can we really exaggerate and go, I want you to put a little space between the second and third triplet. So dia, da, dia, da. So in other words, you're going to kind of clip the second note, and then you're going to finger ahead for the third note, and then play. Okay? Yeah, you're playing. You're playing and fingering ahead. Dia, da, dia.
I see.
Yeah, so try.
So that's really
Yeah. It's like it kind of messes with your brain, right? Okay, so it doesn't have to go fast. Dia, da, dia, da, dia. Move. So great, yeah. It's gonna take a while, but yeah. But I think in a passage like that would really be helpful. You're also kind of ingrain your finger movements a little bit. Are you completely sure about which keys you're gonna use for all these like B's and C's and C sharp? Or does it change every time?
Like you're talking about the low notes?
Yeah. I mean here.
Yeah.
Because I see sometimes you're kind of going back and forth. I feel like you're trying to make a decision in time. Maybe can you write it in?
Yeah.
Like L, R, so that you stick to the same. Yeah. So you stick to the same fingering each time, right? So would you say about 20 minutes for each?
Wait, more like 15.
Okay, so unfortunately we're out of time. But yeah, thank you. I mean, those two things I think just taking care of some of the technical ones. And I also noticed when you have sort of these tremolos too, make sure your fingers stay close to the clarinet. Yeah, so be very, very careful, especially in the beginning phase of when you're learning something technical, that you set up with good habits. So you're not having to get to the middle or closer to performance and you realize there's all these mistakes. So if you undo the bad habits and rebuild habits, it gets really confusing to grow on. Okay?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's here.
Thank you.
Okay. Mentor.
My name is Sergio.
Sergio?
Yeah, Sergio. And I'm be playing Brahms 2.
Nice. Are you performing this?
Yeah. Ish. If you get this up.
Oh, for your
Yeah, or recital.
Okay, awesome.
He has a class. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm out of here.
Yeah. She was so mean.
plans to in the?
I will.
Yeah. I mean, I asked about it because, you know, with the sonata, like I always kind of joke it's like a piano concerto with clarinet accompaniment. So piano plays such a crucial role in it, and it's sometimes misleading because when we see our music, we're for the most part monophonic instrument, right? It's hard to see what else is going on. But I think just having, you know, it's never too early to incorporate score study, so you can even write in some of the cues as you prepare, so you're not just going in there, you know, with your partner, but you're able to see the whole, how everything kind of fits in, especially, so for example, like here, you're kind of going back and forth, right? And so that's different than when you play as a soloist, or, you know, and your tempo will have to change too. Okay, so with the Brahms sonatas, there are random runs. That's a little bit gnarly. Like it's going really beautifully, and then you're like, oh, I actually need to practice this. So, not that you wouldn't practice the slow moments, but so can we start there? Let's pick out some of your favorite runs.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Okay, so let's practice going from A to D first. Can you play A to D? The upper octave.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Do that again? Okay, can you try with your left index finger, can you try sliding a little bit? So instead of just lifting, so it's more of this motion, like up, down. Yeah, oh, I mean, no, so look.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, a little bit quicker so we don't hear that. Like, Brahms meets like okay, so just think about it, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, don't think too much into it. Can you play A? Good. Can you hum D? Yes, so it's also really important to hear the pitch before you play, yeah? Try again. Yeah. That was great! Yay! That's awesome. Yeah, write that in. That one works. Yeah, so I think sometimes when we play intervals, like it's, you know, our instrument is not like a piano where there's only one fingering for each of the notes. Like a lot can happen. We all know that, right? And so I think it's really important that you are always hearing the pitches before you play. Yeah? Good. Now, in terms of the run, can you think 2 plus 2? And 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2. So I want you to stop like ba-dum, ba-dum, dee-da-dum, ba-dum. Good. Can you do that one more time? And you don't need to play any faster. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ya-ba-bum, ba-dum. Good. Can you say 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2? Say that loud.
2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2.
Play the same thing one more time. Just squeeze this in between. Good. So now put it together. We're just going to get rid of the spaces in between. But in your brain, you're still thinking 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2.
Okay. You want it in time?
Let's try it.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes I think it's easier to register in our brain, like in groups of 2 or 3 or 4 notes at the most. Anything larger than that, we get a little bit overwhelmed. Yeah, so, and this is all based on key, right? So I think you can, can I ask you how you've been practicing these measures?
I think just doing it slowly,
Yeah.
just like in time slowly.
Yeah.
Because it's diatonic, I didn't pay that much attention.
Yeah, you thought it would be easy, right?
Yeah.
And it got you. So I think, yeah, so I approach grouping in many different ways. So the grouping could be based on technical runs. So maybe there are anchor notes that I want to highlight. Grouping could be based on harmony, right? Grouping could be based on rhythm. So like, again, having a clear purpose of why you're grouping a certain way would be also beneficial, so that you're not just putting in the hours and going through the motions. It's so easier said than done, right? Like I'm sure all of you practice, but it's like how efficient are those 2-3 hours, or maybe even 1 hour on your worst days, right? So always kind of think back to why you're practicing and how you're practicing, if they align. Yeah, good, very good. Very good. Let's go from here.
Yeah.
So can we talk a little bit about your posture a little bit? So your stance seems like this. It's very hip. It's very cool. Is it okay to bring your? Yeah. And then I just everybody stand up for a moment, please. So imagine your pelvis is like a bowl of water. So if you lock your knees and like kind of stand like this, that means the water is gonna pour out from the front. Conversely, if you kind of lean backwards, it means the water is gonna pour out from the back. So can you just kind of center so the water doesn't, yeah. And then just unlock your knees a little bit so that it's not tight. Yeah, because everything kind of relates to body tension, which affects our jaw and the way we produce tone, right? So just kind of think about that. Okay, good. Now, okay. Can you play one more time here? And here, just be really free, and you want to, like, imagine we're in a big cathedral. You want to fill the space.
Yeah.
It's not just so much about playing forte. What does it mean when we see these dynamics? Piano, forte. I mean, it is indication of volume, but do you just end there? Like what, usually, hopefully, it's like, I remember my Latin teacher in high school telling us all the time, don't just like randomly put like accents here and there. You can't just sprinkle them. It's not, I think there are musical meanings, or at least we like to believe, right? So what can dynamics tell us about the music as a whole? How do composers use dynamics? Yeah?
Color.
Color, good. What else?
Direction, like the story that's being told.
Excellent, good. Anything else from this side? Yeah?
Intensity.
Intensity. Anything else you want to add to that?
I was gonna say like fullness.
Yeah, fullness, yeah. Anything else? You feeling? Yeah! It could be a character thing too, right? Yeah, let's play. How much time do I have?
With Sergio, 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay, so we have time for a game. We're gonna play a game. I'm gonna give you 3 different emotions. So you're gonna play that measure like 3 different times. And you guys have to guess what that emotion is. So you have to convey that. Okay?
Happy.
What should the third one be? Alright, so I can't show you what that is. Let's start with that. Okay, so you're just gonna go, let's do 2 measures. You can, if you want, you can hand them up. So number 1, here's number 1.
Sorry. It's talking about all this.
Yeah, do it one more time. Number 2. first one? Huh? Okay, so, okay, anyone else? Yeah.
Risky.
So perhaps I'm not being fair giving you this particular excerpt to convey these emotions, but it goes to demonstrate that when we think we're doing stuff up here, it doesn't always translate to what the audience may feel or hear, right? And so the first emotion that he was trying to convey was actually Here's your second one again.
Oh, we got that.
Be even more, exaggerate so much. You have to go 200%.
Okay.
I didn't want that, sorry.
Gotta be happy.
Sounds a little angrier.
Oh, I was gonna say yeah, anger.
That's awesome. Yeah, you got it. Okay. Last one. That's good.
Am I supposed to be trying to do this without changing the dynamic?
Scared?
Yeah, close.
Afraid?
Yeah, shy. Yeah, that's good. So I think it's an interesting exercise. I mean, and I sometimes play this game, and you can even do with colors. You guys might be a little bit too young for PowerPoint, but you can generate different slides with different colors and record yourself. So how do I play when I see the color black versus green versus yellow, and see if you hear any difference in your tonal color, right? Just to get you off the page a little bit, because I'm sure you guys are going to take care of the rhythm, the tempo, the all the articulation, all the technical aspects, but it's often difficult to get to the next level of now how am I going to translate to my own language musically, yeah? So just some suggestions, yeah? Okay, great, thank you so much. This is our third victim.
Awesome.
Come on up, yeah.
Garrett.
Oh, is it Garrett?
Okay, so
Oh,
while
Let's double
coming up,
check.
any questions so far?
It's Garrett.
Garrett.
Any questions? Yeah, you can come up and say.
I guess my main question is for me.
Yeah.
A lot of the time I know what I want it to sound like, and I know the general energy I should give off, but I feel like my lack of technique or other areas of my playing are kind of getting in the way, where I want to build more and I just can't. So in terms of that, if you know what you need to get done and you know how you want to interpret it, what are the ways you can work on your overall playing so that it's easier for you to achieve the colors and the emotions?
So, I think what's really interesting to note is that when we practice, it doesn't always have to be with the clarinet mouth, right? So maybe you have gone through the long tones and you're super tired, for sure. You can still score study. You can still think of a story for a concerto you're working on, or sometimes I draw little caricatures, but I have a specific character in mind, or you put some adjectives here and there. So the learning is always kind of ongoing. So just because you put the clarinet back in the case doesn't mean you're done for the day. You can, as you're walking between classes, you can practice your rhythm, your subdivision. There's so many things you can think about as well. So you're absolutely right. We have to be able to play technically solid in order to be able to express ourselves musically. So I don't want you to shy away from developing that part of your playing. That's really important. But if you're just naturally more imaginative and you'd rather think about the music, just make sure there is a good balance, but also know that you can still think about music even if the clarinet is not in your hands. Yeah, does that help? Yeah. Good.
Well, I'm Garrett, and I'm playing the Traviata Fantasy.
Nice.
I have up until this section prepared.
Fantastic.
But
Okay.
feel free to stop me.
Okay, sure. instruments? Okay, so can you just pass one? And try not to touch the tip. Okay, because you're gonna put that in. Do you mind if one of your friends come up and
Jen.
They can do whatever they want.
Okay, just do you
Jen
want-
wants to go.
Who wants to come and touch
Jen
me?
wants to go.
I didn't mean it like that.
Okay, so can you tell me behind him? Yeah. So I'm going to first of all say I really enjoyed playing.
Thank you.
And this piece is not going to happen without education, future practicing, so bravo to you on that.
Thank you.
So what I'm going to share with you has to do with hoping to help you get to the next level, right? So some of it you may have heard from your teacher and other teachers. So I want to talk a little bit about your posture, in that it seems like you go to the clarinet rather than you bring the clarinet to you. And so in general, I'm exaggerating.
No.
Your head kind of jets forward, and I think that affects your sense of playing a little bit too. And we'll talk a little bit about your tongue position as well. So first and foremost, can you bring the clarinet to you? And what I want you to do is, sorry to mess up your beautiful hair.
Oh.
Can you hold his head?
No.
Maybe you can be on the side. If you want to use it, then
Sure.
so so we can raise this if you can't see it. Yeah. So this pick, can we go to the very opening? Can you go to the beginning?
And
And it probably feels a little bit awkward to you because you're not used to
Mhm.
standing like that, right? And so bring the clarinet in a little bit, yeah. And then right now, the water from the bowl is pouring from the back. Can you center it? Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Good. So how did that feel? Very uncomfortable?
It feels a little uncomfortable, but I felt like the notes were able to speak easier.
Yeah.
Like I feel like even though it's uncomfortable, I feel like I feel more relaxed in a sense, and I feel like that helps a lot.
Okay, thank you, Darren.
Thank you, Jen.
Yeah, so I encourage you to look at the mirror when you practice. Are there mirrors in the practice
Yeah.
rooms here?
Yes.
Yeah, the big ones.
Mhm.
So you can also take a look at your posture. Maybe even like put a camera on the side profile and like video record yourself, right?
Okay.
And see how long it takes for you to get back to your posture,
Okay.
right? Another thing I want to mention is, sorry, what year are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore, okay, great, excellent. So, can you tell me a little bit about your journey with embouchure?
When I was in high school, I had like issues where my chin wouldn't stay stable, so my teacher made me switch to an M13 because that's like a mouthpiece where I don't play on it now,
Yeah.
but I play on the BD4 HG, and so with that one, it was like his goal with that was in order to get a good sound, like you have to have good embouchure to sound good on that mouthpiece, and so that kind of helped shape it. And then when I got to college, I just really focused on trying to keep it as round as I can. I know it could be more, and then just like really making sure I have like the jaw stay in place, because that's been like, that was one of my biggest issues with it. And then, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
a couple of images I want to share with you.
Feel free.
If you can imagine you're whistling, even if you can't, you can just pretend you're whistling. That's a good way to think about embouchure. It's kind of simple, right? It brings the chin down, bring the corners in. Ever so slightly, from time to time, I see your lower chin kind of bunch up, and I'm sure you're aware of it. And that's going to essentially also affect the way you articulate too,
Yeah.
right? With the jaw movement. But the thing I really wanted to talk to you was with you is about your tongue position. Everybody has a mirror. I have a song in the back row. Like, okay, here we go. So I actually learned this from you guys, and I'm gonna give you this. This is a bit more comfortable. So be very careful, please, that you don't poke a hole in your mouth. You're going to find You're going to find the place between the hard palate and the soft palate, sort of towards the middle here. And you're going to gently put the straw or the eraser part of the pencil against it, and you're going to direct the air where it's touching.
Where am I putting it again?
So in between the hard and the soft palate.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's sort of the center, so it's not this way, but yeah. And then you're gonna hit, so you're gonna go. Good, and the second step is bring the corners in so it becomes clean. Yeah, so I think right now your corners are not, it's a little bit too big, so that's where we're going to good. So think about the corners of the mouth sort of being like a ziploc bag. Its function is just to really seal it. It doesn't have to be like tight or tense, but okay. Then you get more air, you're going as if you're blowing into the sun. Yeah. And then, yeah. So continue to work on that, getting that sound. So this is just to help us raise the back of our tongue a little bit. Another way to think about if you don't like this exercise, you can also imagine putting super glue on the back of your tongue and letting it glue the molars of your upper teeth. So say E, E, and then ew. Yeah, so I love how you're projecting and everything, but once in a while I will lose focus in tone. And I think that's because of your tongue position.
Okay.
So can you just play for me F major scale, full range? And can you be more conscientious about your tongue? And if you can park your tongue up against the molars, so just let it be in contact with that teeth. Like that. Would you say your reed is a little on the soft side, or how does it feel?
It feels like.
So could you
more
raise
soft.
it a little bit? Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes when our reed is too soft, it affects the way we need to blow. Because you're a good musician, so you want to make it sound good. So you're kind of doing everything you can to. You're trying to fit the setup instead of, and then sometimes we develop that happens in that. Good. So what kind of exercises do you do for your tonal development?
Ellen has us do long tones. Like there's a couple of long tones she's given us, like the Christmas tree, like.
Yeah.
And then
So,
also
yeah.
octaves or.
Yeah. So I like that. Yes. We have similar training. So what is the function of the Christmas tree exercise? What are you trying to listen for?
It's one to just make sure you have like steady air supporting yourself through, but I feel like it's like a good thing in like trying to give yourself a very full sound and making it like sound like trying to make like a whole note sound pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I think if you can add the idea of aiming to make your notes a little bit more homogeneous throughout the register of the clarinet is really really helpful. And sometimes if you start on low E, then I would play against it in drone, right? Just to also keep the tonal center. So I'm going to exaggerate. So sometimes this is sort of the quality I hear, especially when you play the shallow register or the register. So I hear. You hear the difference? And then the low E. It's all because of my tongue position. I think the back of my tongue.
Okay.
So I think just by working on that alone, I think it's going to help you, make your tone a little bit more stable. Because once in a while, it's like very obvious, and so it kind of catches me by surprise. Can you try doing the Christmas exercises a little bit? Pencil exercise first. Good, one more time. okay. Yeah, it went from, it also raises the pitch quite a bit. Yeah, so I want you to record yourself and actually alternate between playing and the pencil exercise, playing and pencil exercise, just to kind of remind yourself where your tongue needs to be.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good, I think we're running out of time.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And take the pencil.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, serious.
These are weird straws. I haven't seen a straw like this.
Oh.
I normally have like the little
The
green
coffee,
one.
yeah, I got like a set of 500.
Yeah. I got a second of like cocktail straws.
Yeah.
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 But these are, I don't know, are these better?
It's a little resistant. Yeah. But it's more portable. Like
Yeah, no, I mean, I have the little ones too. I just haven't seen these. They're good.
So since we don't have a lot of time, do you
Yeah.
want to play some minutes?
Yeah. No problem. I'll do the second half of the recap to get it on.
Sure.
And my name is Carson. I will be performing third movement of David Baker's Sonata for clarinet and piano. No piano.
Hopefully.
And I'm starting the second half.
I love how supportive you are of each other.
Whoa.
All right.
That's kind of a weird place to start, but
No, it's great, it's great. So, do you like this piece?
I love it.
Yeah, I can tell.
But I played it for a little too long.
Really already graduated?
He's banned. He can't play it after
Oh,
today.
really?
Yeah.
Are you gonna play in your recital or you did?
I'm planning on it.
Oh, okay. So, Carson, I worked with you a little bit before, right? So it's so wonderful to see you again and hear you play. So I can totally tell that you're so into music and it's so great as an audience member to see how much you love it. I feel like your movement is actually getting in the way a little bit. I'm going to ask you, I think similar to one of your other colleagues, I think your stance a little bit, it's sort of like it's like kind of facing, yeah, and it might be because of the positioning of the stand. So can you just think about like standing with shoulder width apart, and you might even consider warming up against a door, and like just having your head in contact, because I know why you're doing it, it's you just can't help yourself, like you're being so expressive, and I know it's coming from a good place, but it's like, it really gets in the way of a lot of, especially when you have those technical runs in the beginning, because you're not able to center your body, and your air is kind of always it's being distracted, instead of, so if you want to be expressive, think about being expressive with your air inside the carnivore, right? So, is there like a Alexander technique class here, or something like that, Feldenkrais, or
No.
There's a one in mine.
They have, what was the thing that Rena did? Did you do that?
True.
No. I guess
There's
not.
one in my undergrad.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about, right? Like it's the study of the posture.
Yeah.
I think that would be really helpful. So let's have our friend, number 54, come up. I want you to hold his shoulder, so just hold him.
Here, like this?
So you're coming to the center. So remember the bowl of water? Yeah. Oh, moral support too.
I need
Oh, God, we all need that.
Yeah.
Got this. Where did you start?
Right.
Okay, yeah.
This.
Yeah. So one hand here and one hand on this side.
Here? Oh, yeah. I do that.
Yeah.
I'm sad I can't do that.
Okay, so watch it.
It's so bad.
Okay, can you guys close your eyes? He's going to play twice, and tell us like if you hear the difference. Okay, so one time is going to be when you're moving freely, and the second time is when you're a little bit more stable.
Okay.
Okay.
Like move more or just
No,
naturally? However I
yeah,
do
and
it?
then one, and then another. You're gonna hold it. All right, so but you guys close your eyes, don't cheat, okay? Here is number 1. Okay, don't open your eyes. Keep it closed. Number 2. Okay, thank you. All right, so what do you guys hear? Did you hear a difference between first wave and second wave? Okay, so what did you hear?
The second one I feel sounded a little bit more clear and more like balanced, like air support, I feel.
The second one, you sounded a lot more in control.
Yeah.
First one, I heard a lot of heavy breaths.
Oh, interesting, yeah.
The first one, the inflections were stronger.
What's that?
The inflections.
The inflections were stronger, yeah. So some of the music like this kind of came, yeah. So do you want to tell us what the difference between first and second?
First was free, second was being held. So it makes sense that there's a connection between control.
Yeah, so it's not really me saying, don't move.
Yeah.
But like really think about, is this helping you? Or is there a way, another way to channel this energy, channel this emotion musically through the technique of playing the clarinet rather than doing this, you know what I mean? Because like, you know, we kind of go by how we feel, but sometimes it's not really helping what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Great, yeah. Okay, so there's that, yeah? So how would you practice that? Have you ever been told like not to move so much? Like so direct.
I totally read the lesson. I think it's like every lesson.
Where do I begin?
Yes, right. Isn't it every lesson?
In high school, I during undergrad auditions, I was kind of doing this.
Really?
I showed Jared videos of me when I was.
You're so nice.
No, I'm not exaggerating.
Oh,
this isn't
really?
an exaggeration.
Oh.
And it was me trying to
Expressive.
Do you feel that you can't play if you don't move as much? Do you feel constricted?
Yeah, I think it's just like
Yeah.
a part of my childhood.
Okay. we won't go there. Do you want to save a lot of money?
Yeah.
Okay, so come here. I'm gonna give this to you for free. Alright, so you're gonna put your bell here.
Alright.
And so you're gonna stand like this. So we have to find the right level. We have to,
Yeah.
Can you play F major scale?
Mm-hmm.
Can you concentrate on keeping your fingers closer to the clarinet? Imagine they're like magnets, so there's that natural attraction to the keys. And also take care of the pitch when you get the altissimo. Yeah, so even if you can like invest like 5 minutes of your warm up every day, just practicing leaving the belt on a stand. It's not the most comfortable thing because you will feel a little bit constricted. And movement is something that I like totally empathize because I like to move as well. But then I know that it sometimes gets in the way of playing. So I have to really always ask like, is this helping or is this getting in the way? So going back to how you just saved thousands of dollars, is I learned this lesson when I went to Finland too. I went to play for Ari Maki, Isabella's Academy, and he made me do that. So, but you didn't have to do that. So you just So I mean, this is something to think about. But I think you should really do something about that.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like it's gotten better over the years. But do you regularly like videotape yourself?
I do for a while.
Yeah.
It was like habit. I mean, all this like during my auditions and whatnot. It was like habit, and it was me thinking that I needed to move to get everything.
Can you,
but now
it's play some of this by memory?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you look what we use it for? What happens if you are like, so feel the back of the head,
I'll just play the run.
Yeah, so even then, you're doing this, right? Okay, so I want you to be constricted musically. You still find the freedom in your playing. It's just, don't think of it like I can't move anymore. But it's like you're going to concentrate the energy now inside your clarinet. So now let's talk about your technique of that gnarly front. So mean, right? Okay, so I think big part of the issue is that your fingers are flat. So you already know this, right? Like you don't need to say.
No, yeah.
So what do you do about it?
I've been working on various exercises daily.
Like what?
Behrman, and there's also the Pire,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just left hand, right hand exercises that I'll work through 60 BPM. I'll work through them like quarter note or eighth note equals 60, and then it's the way Helen teaches it.
Yeah. And then I
Just
think
shift
yeah.
and speed it up gradually.
Right. So you don't need to again, if you understand why you're practicing a certain exercise with what purpose, I think it will help you to really concentrate. When you do that, do you look at your fingers? Do you have a mirror? And have you ever tried, so I used to really have horrendous hand posture. So one summer, I decided to fix it. I was like, forget, I'm just gonna do it. So I got those mirrors that you can get pretty cheap at Walmart. And I put a bunch of Post-it notes. I lined it up. And then I made sure my fingers don't go above, so it's fine. Or you can also get, have you heard of classical fingers? Mm-hmm. It's like a little shield that you hold on there.
They break all the time.
But they will hold it. Okay, so it's the idea of somebody kind of doing that, because you have to be really intentional about fixing it. Otherwise, you could work on it for 2-3 years and not really address it. And I'm sure it has improved a lot, but just make it a goal, right? And you can just say, I'm gonna really concentrate on this, whether it's the Behrman or Biochemistry, or chair exercise, which I like doing, because you can memorize a pattern, so you don't need to even look at the music. So I don't mean to be a broken record, but you have such fantastic musicianship, and there's certain aspects that's getting in the way. So you're not being able to fully express yourself and play effectively, right? And it's kind of external, right? So I would say, don't wait anymore. Make it, we're gonna start today and just really address it. And it doesn't have to be you have to feel that for 2-3 hours of practice. Just say, okay, I'm gonna really work on this for the first 5 minutes and then forget about it. And 5 minutes the next day. And then hopefully over time it becomes automatic habit.
Great.
Right? Excellent. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Finally, Sharon. Come on up. So maybe if you want to pick a section, we can work on.
Cadenza. Do the cadenza.
Yeah.
Are you performing this soon?
No, it's just for grad auditions. I might do it in the summer with my friend's summer orchestra for fun.
Nice.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm going to play the Concerto Cadenza.
really appreciate you not being tense. At least it seems that way. I'm talking from like the way you were standing, right? You're kind of moving around a little bit. But having said that, I feel a little bit like sort of similar to Carson. Your air. Your air is kind of not consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you use breath builder?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Do you have it here?
Oh, yes I do, yes I do.
Can you write down? Do you guys all use breath builder? No? So it's like he'll show you in a minute. So if you hold your palm out, yeah, and can you blow into it as if you play the clarinet? And those of you who heard me before don't blow into it. Yeah, oh yeah. So yeah, blow into the hand as if you're blowing the clarinet. So would you say, you do that. So would you say your air is like how would you describe the temperature there? Is it on the colder side? Is it on the warm side? Is it on the lukewarm side? Cold. Okay, can you make it as hot as you can? Can you make it as cool as you can? So can someone tell me the relationship between the temperature of your air and the speed of your air? Yes.
The faster, the colder.
Yeah, so aim for cold, fast air, but it's not, I mean, there are moments where you don't always have to use the fast air, but I think there are many moments in this piece where you actually need to have a little bit more consistent air.
Yeah.
You smile a little bit when I mentioned the air, why?
Um,
You've heard that before?
oh yeah. I just felt like I started getting sort of consistent air like halfway through.
Yeah.
But like the beginning of it was just like I didn't really know what I was doing.
Yeah, so let's fix that.
Yeah.
Okay, so even at the very opening, have you ever tried that passage with the drone?
No.
Okay, so can you put the, do you use thermal energy?
I can do it.
Okay, yeah, so can you do concert D? Your concert C?
Oh.
Play your D.
Oh wait, it's on 438. We tuned to 430. No, that's what we tuned to for one symphony.
And then does it go up over time?
Yeah.
You end at 440?
Yeah.
Good, can you try? So you adjust the clarinet. So adjusting your embouchure, your tongue position, that's like last resort, right? Because you were trying to adjust intonation, just lowering your tongue, and then the tone got a bit diffused. So how do you stop that? Okay, so I think this is you can practice throughout the Copeland, just so that you are also thinking about the intonation aspect of it. Okay. Can we jump to the moving? Yeah. Can you go from here? Yeah, do that one more time, but really consistent here. I want to hear all the notes.
Kian's got a new job. Now you have a new job in the studio.
Yeah, so don't move when you go from G to A flat. Concentrate on the air. Now you can you do that too? Okay, close your eyes and concentrate on your sound. consistency of the articulation. Think about the note lengths, and so we don't hear da 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 da.
Alphabets.
Oh.
Want to be first?
$20 an hour.
Can you double the notes? Bum, 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 and aim for consistency in the articulation, the quality of the articulation, yeah? Yeah, your second, whenever you repeat, it changes. I hear the. Good. Do you remember our heels up exercise? No, this way? Yeah.
Oh.
So bend down, invisible chair. I don't know, maybe not. Hold it still.
This is a lot.
So we try to make him engage the core a little bit. If you go lower, it'd be yeah.
Can you go lower? Me?
No, you're fine. That's extra. Okay, so that I know.
Oh.
Yeah, so when you descend, I lose the focus.
Yeah.
And you enunciate more. Yeah, did you hear that? So give more air as you go into the clarinet, be natural. I think you're using 40% of air. Can you give 100%? Keep going. Yeah, so
Are you gripping right now? Like the more I was playing, he's like,
Get it!
And still!
I'm new at this.
Okay, so I think with this one, I think you can still aim for a little bit more consistency in your articulation. So take it out of context and put some repeated notes and make sure that you are intending every single articulation. It's not like, oh, we came out that way. Oh, oops. Oh, I hope we get it next time. Yeah. So can you do it one more time? So it's like, imagine you guys, since we're in California, you can peel an orange without disconnecting the peel, right? You just take the fruit out. So right now, the way you're supporting, there's no substance.
Oh.
I'm exaggerating, but like, so if I hold just a peel like this, it will squash. I want to hear a little more gorgeous sound. Yeah, so I like that you're not bent, like walking your knees, but really, again, try to kind of figure out, is it really helping my interpretation, or do I think it's helpful, but it's not really. Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Very nice. Thank you so much. 5 o'clock, but do you guys have any questions about any of the concepts that I shared with you today? Or anything? Everything crystal clear? All good? Yeah.
I think with like movements, I try to make my movements intentional, and sometimes I go back and forth between that and then being habitual. And so I guess I'm wondering, like, as you're finding more stillness and connectivity to the instrument without moving as much, like, how do you go back to intentional but not distracting movements that affect the music?
So I think for now, the important thing is not to lock up when you're not allowed to move. And also just keep recording yourself, both like video so you can see and audio so that you can hear, like, do I really hear the difference when I'm moving versus when I'm not? And then I think over time you're gonna be able to kind of be able to be a little bit more convinced, like, yes, this is better for me in the long run. And it will feel very weird in the very beginning because you're not used to it, right? It's like when we're building new muscles as we're learning embouchure, it almost sounds worse, right? But you have to keep at it. You almost like kind of go by the wheel in a very creative stage. So for me, you know, and I have to also constantly work on it because I think I just want to move. It's just naturally. But I think, oh, is there a class behind? Okay, so yeah, long story short, I think you can explore more like Alexander technique or yoga. I think that's also going to help you channel your energy with your air more than this. Yes, did you have a question? Did you have a